Hi guys. So today we are going to be sowing some sweet pea seeds. Now, as you can see behind me, I've got my potting bench here. All my tools that I would normally use. I've got my tub truck, and then I have here my little selection of seeds. So this is just a little tray that I got from, I can't remember where I got this from now, probably IKEA. Cheap, cheerful, it's literally just simple tray. We've got some sweet peas, which I'm going to sow today. Now, initially you will have to sow these indoors, so I'm going to be sorting them out here. I have got a propagator now, and I also have some various other bits and pieces that I use. So I've got my seeds. So this is excuse me, this is a propagator. I bought this one from the range. It comes with a seed tray, a base, and then obviously the top. These will twist so you can let air in and spray them and things like that. So I have my propagator. I've also got a nice box here of bits and pieces. So I bought some lupins from from Sainsbury's, as it says. Now these you plant in February. So I've got those. I have a dahlia, again also from Sainsbury's, which I'm going to be planting up. Now again, these ones will probably go in pots because I want to keep them under control. So I have a dahlia, which is this gorgeous lilac-y lavender colour. Now, one of the tips I find to save dahlias, slugs and snails, they destroy my plants. They absolutely destroy them. So I work in a bakery, and a tip that I have been told and I found out is crushed eggshells. I have a bag of crushed eggshells here. So sprinkle these around your plants and they will stop any slugs, snails, nasty critters and things from eating your plants. Coffee grounds is also a good one as well. Now I also have here egg carton containers. Guys, these are great. If you don't have a propagator and you want to sow some seeds, go to any supermarket, any farm shop, anywhere, and or even any bakery, and just ask for the egg cartons, really. So these are literally biodegradable. I can sow straight into these. There's absolutely no need for me to take the seedlings and the plants out once they have started to grow, because this is biodegradable. Now I have I have 4 here. What I plan to do with these is I'm gonna plant them up with some bulbs and some seeds, and then I'm gonna just basically place them directly in the ground. Once they come from inside the house where it's nice and warm and they're germinated, I can then transfer these directly into the ground. And it's good, it's all natural. So eggshells, biodegradable egg containers, and then coffee grounds. The coffee grounds and crushed eggshells are great as pest deterrents. So let's get sowing some seeds. Now the compost I'm using to sow my seeds is a John Innes seed sowing compost. Now this is slightly kinder for seedlings. So if you use normal compost, it's quite acidic, so it can actually burn your seedlings. This is much gentler, much kinder. As you can see, it's a small bag. It's not very big, and this is just a lot healthier to have for your bulbs and your seeds, really. Helps germinate. It does what it says on the tin, really. So Now the reason I'm putting it in a tub trug is basically because I don't really want to have a giant bag lying around that I can just knock down. I also don't want to have to keep taking it in and out of the bag because it can obviously make a mess. So just putting it in a simple tiny tub trug, which means I can access it easily. It's not going to spill out if I hit the side of the bag or anything like that. So it's just so much easier to carry your soil and your compost around. Propagator. We don't need the top for a minute, so I'm just going to set the top to one side. Just give it a mix up. So what I'm essentially doing, let me bring you closer. Let me bring you closer. So what I'm essentially doing is I'm literally just filling the seed trays up. So what I like to do is I like to just plonk it all in the middle and then kind of disperse it. I mean, you can go around, I've seen people do it with spoons and things and fill each individual seed tray with a spoon. However, I just don't, that's not how I do it. This is just the way I find quite easy. As I say, it's normally quite good. Fairly simple process. As I say, you just spread it around nice and evenly. Now, normally I would have I mean, I call it a spill tray, but you can call it whatever you like, just to catch the soil really, so your potting bench doesn't get dirty. I had one and then I misplaced it, obviously in a move somewhere. So I currently have to just do it without. So a little bit more, just to fill in these last ones. And again, the easiest way, guys, I find, I am no expert, however, it's just to basically scrape it along, use your shovel, scrape it along, fill in any gaps that you might have. If you find the shovel's too much, then you just literally do that. So that's our seed tray full.